Alright, let's try this again. So, I just went out for a ride, and I had my camera on, and I have, you know, my microphone installed in my helmet, and got everything all ready to go, good to go. Triple double checked my mount, made sure I had a good view. In doing so, pulled the SD card out, put it in the computer, check out the footage, see if it was aimed correctly, and got super excited because it was aimed correctly. So I'm gonna go for a quick ride. Jumped on the bike, fucking went out for like a half hour, bullshitting about all kinds of stuff, and then I freaking get back home. I mean, I introduced myself, I told you the story about how I got this bike, blah blah blah, all kinds of stuff. Fucking get back here, stick the SD card, or actually took my helmet off, went to go pull the camera out to get the SD card, and realized there was no SD card in the camera. So that happened. That's, at least my bike's warmed up. Well, it has probably been like 20 minutes. So yeah. Anyway, I'll try not to let that get to me and make this a fresh start. That's my bike. That's a 1995 Honda Shadow VT600 CD. Just nothing special, but it goes, and I feel like I'm saying this a lot, but that's because I already did this video. I got this bike for free, and you can't beat a free bike. So I ride it. It's my first bike. And I got it from a friend of mine who I'm in the Army with. He's deployed right now, but I got it from him. He had it sitting around, wasn't using it, and I was looking for a bike, so he told me I could have it. And it was sitting outside for a few years, no cover on it, wasn't ridden, some pretty rough shape. There was like rusty gel in the gas tank. It was nasty, but I got it running, and now I ride it. I love it. And it was, I think I got it in like July or something last year. I barely rode it last year. Every time I got on it, I broke down. Got really good at working on it, and I got all the bugs out of it. It runs really good now. But there's some things I need to do. I need to do the fork seals. I just put a new chain on it. That was on my list, but I literally just did that yesterday, or 2 days ago. I ordered the clutch cable just because I already put new throttle cable on. The speedo cable broke on me a couple months ago, so I ordered a new one of those. That should be here Tuesday. So yeah, you'll notice my speedometer does not work right now. I have no idea how fast I'm going, but it doesn't feel unsafe, and I'm staying just ahead of traffic, so it's good with me. But yeah, hopefully this time next week I'll have a speedometer that works, because it sucks without it. I use it to judge how much fuel I have, and I can't really do that without knowing how far I've gone. I don't have a gas gauge. So, it is what it is. I'll fix it. But yeah, so this bike was free, and I'd love to get like a cafe racer, but this works for now, and I'm learning on it. And I don't know, I want to go camping on my bike, do some vlogs about that. I don't really know if I'm going to stick with the vlog. I'm trying it out, see if I'm any good at it, and I don't know. I like riding my bike. I like sharing that experience because it's awesome. So that's why I have a GoPro strapped to the front of my helmet. But this is really just kind of like a test ride. I've ridden with the GoPro, but never with a microphone, and never talking or anything like that. So I'm just kind of just cruising around. Not whoa. Fucking potholes. That's one thing when you talk, you end up not paying attention like you should. But yeah, a couple of guys from work, they ride, and we are planning a trip on our motorcycles. We're going to take all our camping gear and strap it on the bike, so we're going to go out and we're going to go camp. So I'm definitely going to bring the GoPro for that. We'll see how that goes. It's going to be one night, so it won't be like anything spectacular, but I don't know. We're going out to this town called Centralia in Pennsylvania, and it used to be a coal mining town, and the coal under the ground actually caught on fire. So there's like a fire under the ground, and they can't put it out, so they made everybody leave. Basically is the story. If you Wikipedia it or Google it, it's called Centralia. But we want to go out in that general area and camp, not in Centralia, but camp outside of it and ride into it during the day, check it out. Apparently the roads are in terrible shape. There's like sinkholes that lead into like fiery death or something, but I don't know. We'll see when we check it out, but it sounds interesting. And I want to go. The Pine Barrens in Jersey have tons of stuff that I would love to go see, and if I can get my bike to the location, I'm going to ride out there. Some of the stuff requires you to have, you know, like a four-wheel drive, not even a four-wheel drive, but a car. Or like a dual sport would be awesome, but I don't have a dual sport. I wonder what it'd be like if you put like on and off-road tires on a Honda Shadow. You think it would be any good? Just even to get you back to some place that's just kind of like on a dirt road, nothing crazy. You really only need the traction of the tires. You don't necessarily need the suspension of like a dirt bike, but they are kind of heavy. Who's playing? Who's playing? It's probably Gloucester City versus someone else. Looks like the girls' team. Ice cream! Ice cream! You scream! We all scream for ice cream! Yay! Drum set. Ba-dum-dum-tsh. So, yeah. Oh, this bridge is fun. Are you a cop? Are you a cop? No, you're not a cop. Yeah, that was fun. This guy has an awesome ham radio antenna set up. That is fucking sweet. But So my setup is a GoPro 3 Plus or whatever. I think it's a Plus. I don't know. And I have a microphone that I got off of Amazon, which I got to thank Do It With Dan. He's a motovlogger that I watch, and he did a setup video, and I watched that, and that's really what was kind of like, I have all this stuff except the microphone, which I got a 10-pack of them, I think, on Amazon for $6. So if this one ever breaks or whatever, I got 9 more. No big deal. Just slap a new one in there. Good to go. Uh-oh, the train is here. I don't feel like waiting for the train, so I'm gonna go left. Oh, look, it's the end of the train. I'm still gonna go left. Nothing but crackheads that way. I like to stay on the good side of town, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, I'm just riding, and it's kind of cold, so I'm probably going to call it pretty soon here, because I'm not really going anywhere. I'm literally just riding around the city. Hello, see me. Do not hit me. Thank you, appreciate that. Hello, I'm a motorcycle. I broke down there on my motorcycle, and also over here a different time on that end of the parking lot. There's so many. Anytime I pass a place where I've broken down, I will be sure to point it out. Some of them are quite a ways away. I broke down like 100 miles from home, and I left the bike behind a gas station, and I was kind of like really frustrated with it, and I was ready to give up on the whole getting this motorcycle running thing, and I left it there for like a week, and then I was like, I should go see if I could get it running. I went over there with some tools, and turned out it was just a stuck float. I took the carbs off, cleaned them out for like the 1000th time, and worked fine. And then I put a new needle, new seat. There was like a little bar that the float pivots on. The float pivot bar is what I'm going to call it. That actually was not straight. It had a slight bend in it, so I was having constant stuck floats. No matter how clean the carbs were, the float would still get stuck after a couple 100 miles. Finally, I take it apart, and I'm looking at the parts on the table, and I noticed that the one pin, and it would change cylinder to cylinder. You know, one time it would be the front cylinder would die, and I would take it all apart, put it all back together, and then like 200 miles later, the back cylinder would die. It was driving me nuts. Finally, I find one of those pins that has a slight bend in it. You can't even see it. You have to roll the thing on a flat surface to see any bend in it. And what I was probably doing was putting the pin from the front cylinder in the back. Let a trash can in my way. And home. And I'm already in neutral, sweet. So yeah, I was probably switching it when I was taking it apart, like a friggin' idiot. And but yeah, anyway, I went back and I fixed it, and I brought it home, and I got a new pin, I got a new needle, new seat. I did testing on the floats to make sure that they didn't leak, cleaned it one more time, put it together, and I haven't had a problem since. It's been awesome. Damn. It's just a good bike. Not bad. But anyway. That, my friends, is my virgin motovlog video. Later.